Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Rogue C, and as promised, we are going to do our little surf and turf today. Um, Shout out to Polly. Unfortunately, I do not have that much pink on. Let's see, can I get my little outfit on? My little outfit's cute. Your girl's not really a girly girl like that, so we don't do pink too much. But yeah, today I kind of wanted to just show from words to actions the best way to show love while making a little surf and turf, shrimp and steak little din din, just to get people in the mood for, this holiday that we are celebrating. A lot of people are, going live and talking about what's the point of the holiday. A lot of people are pretty much just expressing that they don't believe in the holiday itself, saying that you can show love, you can show your attraction, you can pretty much show everything that this holiday is supposed to represent every day. But my mindset is, let's be honest, people don't. And I think that is why certain holidays are needed. I've been going around a couple of different spaces, and I have asked people, do they celebrate all holidays? Do they celebrate birthdays? And a lot of people are like, no. If they've been pretty consistent, if they don't celebrate one, they're not going to celebrate the other. Depending on, I guess, the person. I feel like a lot of people, if it's their birthday, they're going to celebrate, obviously. But with that being said, I think, a lot of times people don't really get to show certain people and certain things and certain actions all the time. I think one of the reasons why holidays are so important is to break up the monotony of the month, the year. So I kind of float on the opposite side of things. I think the holiday is an important one. Sorry, y'all. I forgot at first I was supposed to be doing surf and turf. I had the steak out because I didn't need my steak to not be chilled anymore. But your girl forgot her shrimp. So we are kind of quickly defrosting the shrimp right now. And for anyone who's in here, please make sure to hit the like, comment, say hi. Again, it's your girl Rogue C. We're, kind of doing our thing as far as making sure you guys get the content. So Polly is at work right now. So I'm going to kind of do my little Valentine's spiel and do our thing right now. So make sure you say hi, share, comment, subscribe. Your girl's got a little pink makeup on because, again, not a girly girl like that. I'm girly. I just don't like pink. Purple is more my color. Y'all know with my purple heart. But going back to the topic, while again my shrimp is defrosting, I kind of wanted to talk about how love is also a verb. I wanted to talk about how, this holiday is more than just gift giving. It's more than just the capitalism of, buying the chocolates and the flowers, even though there's nothing really wrong with that. If you're not that type of person to give your person the things that, they like or they occasionally like, why not take the time? Why not have a little extra special day? Yes, for everyone who is saying the day is more, it's more important to show this all the time. I definitely agree wholeheartedly. But again, we don't really, with work, children, if you're in school, just life happens. And I don't think we really get to show people that we care as much as we think we do. So everyone has a point, but I also feel like there's more to it than just the idea of having to buy somebody a gift every time. If y'all see me reaching over, I have bleach water just because, like I said, I'm going to be kind of dealing with some raw ingredients, obviously. So we're just going to keep our hands clean. While we're still working, I just don't want to cook my shrimp while I'm defrosting it because that kind of defeats the purpose. So I'm trying to watch it. So while we're waiting on that, before I actually get distracted with anything else, it wouldn't be Valentine's Day and a steak dinner without some wine. So if you're with me, pour up a little something real quick. And yeah, I want to have the conversation with y'all. So, be in the chat, be in the comments. I'm going to try to make sure I am interactive with y'all while we do this. And we're going to have a good time. Sinsen, hello, my love. I just opened the chat, so forgive me. But Sin is saying most people celebrate birthdays more than Valentine's Day. I hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day as well, my love. And I agree. All the people that are saying they don't celebrate other people's birthdays, I believe that. But when it's their birthday, they want to turn up. See, Sin, I love like certain colors of blue. Like obviously I love purple. So I'm a periwinkle girl if I'm going to go like into the blue vibes. I don't know if my nails are still reflecting periwinkle, but yeah. I love baby blues. I like a navy. Navy looks good on black women, so I really like how navy looks. I think my shrimp is good to chill out right now. Love you, sis. But and Sin, definitely wait on us. We're still trying to figure out how to do like the whole mod situation. You're definitely gonna be a mod once me and Polly figure it out. If you know, let us know. But cheers. I kind of want to show y'all this steak because I got it on a good deal. It's pretty nice looking. Isn't she a beaut? Nice little T-bone. Let's see what her weight is. About almost 1.5 pounds. I'm probably not going to eat all this. To be honest with y'all, we're going to have to share this. So yeah, it's a cute little T-bone. I took her out the fridge about 30 minutes ago or so she can kind of not be so cold. So we're going to probably pat her down. I want to broil the steak this time. I like a good broil steak, and that's just shout out to my granddaddy. My granddaddy used to broil steaks all the time for me and him. And this is going to be an honor for you because Valentine's Day is more than just romantic love. It's platonic love. It's familial love. Love is just amazing. And that's why I think it's weird when people don't want to celebrate it. But that's my opinion. Let's see. What'd you say? See? Yes, and you already know about the broiled steaks. They're delicious. I think you can make someone by clicking on their name. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it. If not, then we're going to figure it out. Hold on. Can I do it? Let me see if I can do it on StreamYard. Let me see. Real quick little intermission while we kind of learn this YouTube thing. Making moderators. If I could spell moderators right. On StreamYard. Because technology. So it says click on their name. Let's see. No, I don't want to do any of those things. Log into your StreamYard account to navigate tab. Click on the neural name next to the member. Let's see. See, yeah, I don't know how to work it on StreamYard either. I don't know if anyone else joins and they know how to do it. Please let us know if you know how to do it from StreamYard. I like Ocean Colors too, son. But yeah, while I guess we're going to try to figure that out. Let's go to these points that I want to hit with y'all. So I'm a cheater. I love ChatGPT. Love it so much. ChatGPT is my heart. That is the one thing, if anyone ever tries to threaten to take that away, that is the one technology I will riot for. So while because shrimp and steak, especially broiled steak, I like my steak medium to medium. I like medium rare to medium, honestly, because again, people don't remember steak cooks after you cook it for like another 10 minutes. So I love mushrooms. So I have some button mushrooms right here. I could not find Bella mushrooms. I know about the egg shortage. If anyone also knows about the mushroom shortage, let your girl know because that's kind of breaking my heart. I love mushrooms. But yeah. So I'm not as tech savvy. I don't have as many screens as Polly right now. So I'm going to just talk to y'all while I chop up some mushrooms. And I guess I'll just show y'all my chopped mushrooms if y'all want to know. See, Sin, you already know ChatGPT is life, okay? Like chat just makes life so much easier. I'm not going to lie. I'm still in school right now, so God forbid if any of my professors ever find any of my channels. But yeah, I'm the type of girl, ChatGPT will build a skeleton for me and I'll add the meat and everything else to it. Because again, I love the convenience of it. I love how chat remembers stuff. Like I will actually put my daily regimen in chat, and this is not a ChatGPT video, so I will get off topic in a second. But I even put like my supplements and stuff in ChatGPT just so I can remember and I can kind of keep up with my health goals that way. Y'all know I am doing body recomp and all that good stuff. So chat is really just amazing. Listen, eggflation is insane. I'm not, and you know, it's weird because Easter's coming up. So, Polly, if you're watching, what are we gonna do for Easter? Are we gonna find like some egg dupes, or what are we going? What's gonna happen for these eggies? I need to know because $8 to $9 for an 18 count of eggs that I used to pay like $2 for, crazy work. I am not enjoying myself here. Like, do I have to become the chicken just so I can hatch my own eggs? Like, what's going on right now? But getting back to the topic of Valentine's Day, because again, we're going to sip and we're going to cook a nice little meal. Probably not going to use all these onions because, again, it's just one, mushrooms because it's just one steak. It's a big steak, so we're going to get a couple in there. And then I'll rinse off our shrimp in a second, and we'll get that going. I am not a pro when it comes to knife skills. I should go to culinary or take like some type of culinary class just so I can get better at my knife skills. But you know, you make them small enough or you make them decent enough, you're not going to notice. See, Sin, eggs used to be like the cheapest thing. Like when in doubt, you knew if you needed a struggle meal, you can get you some eggs because an egg sandwich always is going to slap. And then tuna, like a little can of tuna. If that starts going up, you know, I think I'm going to have to riot at that point because, listen, in college, a tuna melt got your girl all the way through. Some tuna, a little mayo, and some cheese and some seasoning. Mix that up with some bread. Got you a good little struggle meal. With that meal plan when you had no more swipes, you already know. So I got my little mushrooms all cut up. And I kind of prepped everything because I am going to also do like some roasted mashed potatoes. I wanted to try the roasted method with this meal instead of boiling, just because I've heard compared to the two, they say the restaurants, they don't boil their potatoes. They say they roast it because, you know, if you boil something, you're going to lose a little bit of the flavor. So I just wanted to kind of give it a try. Sin, I hope you got a little something poured up. Don't make me be drinking by myself. Listen, a lot of people, because I saw like the big cases of eggs, which I think is like 4 dozen for like 20 something bucks. That was crazy to me. But getting back to Valentine's Day, so I kind of just asked ChatGPT, give me some positives about the holiday. And I'm going to kind of elaborate. Like I said, Chat gives me the bones, gives me something to work with. I'm going to go ahead and fluff it out. So the first part is celebrating love in all forms. It's not just about romantic love. It's a great day to appreciate friends, family, and even yourself, which is why I like the idea of the Galentine's Day celebration. I like the idea. Sorry, y'all, if y'all hear some rustling, I just got to grab a little quick little pan. Saute my onions, and we're also going to probably do our shrimp. And I think I'm going to do green beans in this as well because I didn't feel like going to the store. And Walmart doesn't have broccolini. Broccolini is like my favorite vegetable, honestly. So I didn't feel like going to the store for any broccolini. So guess who doesn't have broccolini? But guess who has plenty of green beans in her freezer? So we're going to make it work. Because green beans are a good vegetable. We like green beans. As far as the egg whites go, Sin, because I do egg whites every morning for my breakfast, it's about, depending on where you go, Walmart is probably the cheapest, and they're still at like $5 a carton, unless you go to like Sam's Club and everything and get them in bulk. Everywhere else, I could probably spend up to $8 on some egg whites, and that's crazy. And I use about a cup of egg whites a day for my breakfast because, again, it's low calorie, high in protein. Keeps you satiated much longer. Let's see. I also have some rosemary for our steak. We actually bought some fresh herbs. Polly would be proud. No, she would actually want me to grow my herbs. I should have like the actual herbal tree that you can buy, the oregano, the basil, all those trees that you can buy. And I'll probably do that. I don't like my plant collection in the wintertime just because I know I'm not going to get a lot of sunlight. And maybe we should do our plant series too. That's going to be fun. Let the pan heat up. So while our pan is heating up, y'all, because I also in the oven have my cast iron pan just so we can, like I said, go ahead with a good broil for my steak. We can go ahead and season this bad boy. Let me grab a plate real quick. And we're just gonna plop her on. And I wasn't too sure how I wanted to season the steak. Again, it's a really decent steak. So they say, for the steak connoisseur, salt and pepper. I'm from Louisiana. We got to do a little bit more than that. So, a really good way to grow your veggies indoors is going to be a light. Amazon has them really nicely priced. I have a couple of grow lights. I've seen like the actual habitats that people make in their kitchens that is so fire. So whenever your girl makes it and she, gets her life together, I think I'm gonna grow me a little kitchen habitat. I think that'd be so fun. It's almost like a full greenhouse in your kitchen. So I think that's really beautiful. So we're going to take a paper towel and just pat our steak dry, just to get all that extra moisture off of it. Give her a little flip. I really wanted to get a porterhouse because that was also on sale, obviously, because it's Valentine's Day. So again, as much as people be like, oh, prices go up during Valentine's Day. Nah, it depends on what you're looking for. Because again, you can find you a nice little steak. The best time I have found as far as holidays to buy steak, of course, Father's Day. They're always going to throw a mean steak sale during Father's Day. I want to set up my balcony sin to grow stuff because I've seen people do like the actual balcony setups that I think is really pretty. You just kind of have to have the time to kind of build the atmosphere and the whole system. But I really like those ways that people do it as well. So my pan is hot. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to get, because you guys know I am still very pro finding healthier alternatives. And because we're also going to be cooking our steak with the butter sauce, I don't want to put too many extra calories based off my oil and butters. So we're going to go ahead and go with spray. Great ideas for people who are not involved, single or people who are not involved with Valentine's Day. I mean, yeah, I think plants, anything that a hobby, and I know, Sin, you said at our last live, what are some good hobbies to get into? I love being a plant mommy. Again, I just don't like the hassle of trying to keep them alive during the wintertime. So I don't really invest too much into plants when it's cold outside or the sun's not going to be as shiny as it is because I live in an apartment. I don't get that much natural light in my apartment, and I would probably have to fill my whole home with so many plant lights just to really give them what they need. Especially, I like the air filter. And I love the air filtering plants and plants that need like more moisturized atmospheres. So I already have humidifiers for them, but again, to kind of just give them everything that they need because they're like pets, they're like babies. I like plants, so they need stuff. And if I'm going to go all in on something, I'm going all in. So my heat was a little high, so I'm gonna turn it down to 4 because again, mushrooms and all that don't need crazy time to cook. So go ahead and get these bad boys cooking. Our potatoes should be about done. So while we're probably broiling the steak, there we go. We're also going to focus on the shrimp and the potatoes. And then, like I said, the green beans, I'm going to knock some of because they are frozen. So I'll probably pop in the microwave just to knock some of the frost off. And then I will put them in a butter sauce as well. Nothing crazy. I think I'm going to use some half and half too. Let's go ahead and get some butter so we can go ahead and get that softening. Butter and some half and half for our potatoes. Where do I want to start? Seasoning our steak. So I love McCormick. I love their Montreal steak mix. I need to buy some more. Just a really good basic steak seasoning instead of just having to buy your coarse salt, your coarse pepper, and all that. You can just kind of cheat your way through. So we're going to put a little bit on one side. And then I like the Kinder's. This is like my new favorite flavor from Kinder's. I finally gave it a try. It's a caramelized onion butter. This is actually really fire. I like journaling too, since I used to love writing when I was much younger. and I really want to get back into writing because I used to write like fictional stories. If you remember, like the Blue for High series and all that, your girl kind of got inspiration to write like a series like that when I was much younger, and I really want to get back into it. And lastly, everyone knows I'm from Louisiana. I'm not even gonna hold you. I love Tony's on everything. My granddaddy used to put Tony's on the steak, so I'm gonna put Tony's on my steak. Fight me, fight with yourself, not me. And this is how we're looking. The first part of the steak is seasoned. So you're going to want to press your seasonings into your steak just to make sure it is nicely seasoned, nicely coated. Get in between the bone marrow too. A lot of people don't remember to get inside of their steak. I like to kind of just press on it, get in that bone marrow if I can, and get all those flavors going. We're going to give her a flip. This hand's dirty, this hand's clean. We're going to go ahead and season that other side real quick. And then don't forget your actual sides of your steak. So once everything is seasoned on the actual main portions, you're going to want to make sure that you do remember to season the sides. Get a nice even coat of seasoning everywhere. Get your flavor profile really spectacular. Because I'm losing words right now as I'm trying to walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. Forgive me. I mean, so I'm not even gonna lie. Journaling for me wasn't even the idea of somebody reading it. It was more the idea of having to get my thoughts out. I am someone who has thoughts running a mile a minute. I might need to get checked out for ADHD. Who knows? Especially as an adult, onset ADHD is a real thing. But I was just always like, I don't know how to get all these thoughts out of my head. Like, there's always something going on in my head. It's never quiet in there. And, you know, depending on who you are, that's a bad thing. I don't know how to really deal too well in the quiet. Not your attention span sucks. Thank you, Sin, for rocking out with me. I was so nervous to come up here by myself. And we're going to get back on topic, y'all, for the people who end up watching the replay. Because we don't like to keep the lives going too long for y'all. We want this something where y'all can see how the process goes. It's digestible, literally and figuratively, in the sense of y'all can come back, watch what you want to watch, and enjoy it. So just so you can see, steak is nice and seasoned. Again, I really like the Kinder's caramelized onion butter seasoning. It really tastes great on a lot of foods. So check it out if you haven't gotten it. Oh, thank you, Sin. All right, so while the steak is also doing what it needs to do, we're going to set her to the side and check on these mushrooms real quick and season those up. So for my mushrooms, I'm going to go in with some garlic powder. I personally like Worcestershire sauce with my mushroom. Oh, hello, label. Great value. Come on. I might want a Great Value sponsor one day. Let me be great. And I'm going to crack the heat up a little bit. I kind of made it a little too low. And then I'm going to go back in with my Kinders. And I'm making a mess everywhere. Be better than me, y'all. So while that's going for a little bit, let's go to the next. So ChatGPT, the next thing it says, as far as celebrating Valentine's Day, it says an excuse for treats. So if you are somebody with a sweet tooth, or if you are somebody that just loves the chocolates and everything that comes out during Valentine's Day, enjoy, indulge. You know, the best desserts come out during Valentine's Day. I love a good red velvet cake during Valentine's Day. Not the people streaming in their bathroom. Listen, Sin, I was going to mod you up. Don't make me block you. I mean, Sin, if I did some makeup content, I might have to do it in my bathroom. And as far as like giving out info, I'm an open book. So if I ever give out too much information, Sin, no, you're good. I'm playing with you. If I ever give out too much information, clock it, okay? Make sure get on me. So while this is doing what it's doing, let's go ahead and get our green beans. Like I said, I'm probably just gonna knock a little bit of the ice off of it. This you to 2 minutes because we're gonna cook it for the rest of the time. So while that is going, another reason for the holiday that ChatGPT came up with is thoughtful gestures, which I kind of hit on a little earlier. I think the whole idea of, yes, holidays are capitalistic. Yes, you buy a lot of stuff. But I think the idea of a holiday, like I said, just to break up your week, break up your years or your year, the months in between, we get so caught up with the monotony of life. And it's just sometimes it's not always on someone's forefront to be like, oh, let me celebrate this person that I love. Let me, do a little extra for that person who gives everything. Or even the people, sometimes we get so caught up, we don't really acknowledge our partner the way we need to, or even acknowledge ourselves. If you take Valentine's Day for just a day of self love, acknowledge yourself a little better. As far as like going out and dating yourself, treating yourself to something special, it doesn't always have to just be about buying the most expensive things. I do think it's really cute and romantic when people do propose on Valentine's Day, though. Like, I'm a Hallmark movie girly. So I love the idea of these gestures that people will do as far as just to show the person that they love, to win them back. I love a grand gesture moment. It's so cute. Actually, Sin, no. Valentine's Day is probably gonna be me and my baby boy. And I think it's gonna be a nice little mommy sun date. Or there's this cute little girly pop that he has at school that I think they're 5. So let's not, do too much, but he's 5. He's got this little cute girl that they hang out. Me and the mom are cool. So if she's down, I told her we can go to like Chuck E. Cheese and let them have their little play date. And yeah, I'm pretty much chilling this Valentine's Day. And as much as it, I guess, scared me at first, I think I'm cool with it. Sorry, just going ahead and can you see them? I probably should have cut up more mushrooms, but again, it's not really that big of a deal. Can you see them? Come on, blur. So yeah, just add a little more color to our mushrooms. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get the shrimp going as well. I'm trying to debate if I want to do lemon pepper on the shrimp. I kind of don't. I might just use actual lemon juice. But what I can do is check on our potatoes and see if they are tender. Oh yeah, these bad boys look great. So like I said, I kind of just prepped the potatoes already. I'm gonna let them cool down slightly, just so they're easy to work with. I do want to know. I see a blurred. I'm sorry. The blur is not letting me be great. But I do want to know. Do you prefer your mashed potatoes with the skin in or with it out? I actually like the skin in on my mashed potatoes. And then I'll probably take the blur off once the actual meal is finished, just so we can kind of see it better. But let's go down these little reasons for a second, because like I said, the last thing to really cook is everything's gonna go pretty fast because I prepped everything. So they do say romantic energy everywhere, which I also kind of feel I like the vibes. Valentine's Day is really nice. People are doing extra for the person that they love. It's a nice little vibe. I don't see why people are anti-love in the sense of just people outwardly expressing it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's cute. I've never been a person who's like, oh, people shouldn't do PCA. I mean, if you do too much, yes. But, I like people expressing their love. And I think that's a really beautiful thing, especially with all the discourse you see in the world, all the hatred you see in the world. I think it's really important to also see the goodness of love in the world, whether it's with moms and fathers with their children, husband, wives, boyfriend, girlfriends. I think friends, sisters. I think people just showing love to each other is a really beautiful thing. I agree, Sim. A lot of people are jaded, but instead of actually focusing on why, because it's very easy to fall into the idea of being bitter or something. It's very easy to fall into the hater aspect of life, but that's not, something that, how do I say this nicely? I don't think it's an excuse. Am I frozen? God. Hold on, y'all. All right, I'm back. If you can hear me, can you put a one in the chat send for me real quick? If you can hear me or tell me I'm good real quick. Had to restart my computer real quick so we can do this correctly. Thank you, Sen. So right now, I didn't do too much after resetting my computer. Just draining the shrimp. So we can go ahead and get that going. Get the pot back nice and warm. Spray butter. But I mean, for the most part, I kind of think I've hit really well on, they say boosting the economy, the aesthetic. Again, I guess people will say all that is really shallow. It does say a chance to get creative with gifts. I do love a good little DIY. I don't know if you all seen like the little videos of like sons making cute little presents for either their girlfriends at school or their moms. I think it's really cute. They'll be going to like the Dollar Tree, getting like all the little crafting foam and stuff like that, getting like mom's favorite candy or lollipops and then like putting it on like staffs and stuff like that and making bouquets out of it. I think that's so creative and cute. I do love a good little DIY. And they say a good excuse for a date night, which I agree with. But again, if for some people, because they're so busy or the lifestyle is just so hectic, if they get this one day or they get a couple of days out the year to really just show what they want, it's great. I love a good aesthetic. Yes, and I love a good aesthetic. Even though I'm not a pink girl, give me the pinks, give me the reds, give me all that. I think it's really cute. Give me the hearts, give me all that kind of stuff. So I didn't ask, then I have a tongue problem. I have a lisp for people who don't know, and now you're probably going to notice it if you hadn't already. But yeah, girly things. But I didn't ask ways to express love because I think a lot of people only see, at least based off the conversations we hear on YouTube, right? I hear a lot of people who love to just complain about monetary love or showing love that way. Oh my God, like 10 years ago, I said that guys who can't afford such a gift. Right. Like I said, I love a DIY gift. And again, okay, so we'll hit on this real quick. I need men and women to know who they're dating. If you are with a shallow person and you're not shallow, don't be with that shallow person because again, your energies don't match, your aesthetics don't match. So for you as a person who isn't really big on monetary things, what you will find important as a gift, you're not going to match because that person might want all the monetary. And I just put the shrimp in here, y'all. Come on. There we go. There we go. If I move, it gets blurry. So we'll work with these. So while that's going, I forgot to oil the steak. So let me go back to the steak real quick. Let me bring her back around. The seasoning has been sitting on it, so it is lovely seasoned. For those who are just tuning in, we have a beautiful T-bone, nicely seasoned. So I'm just going to take, I don't have much, so I guess I'll take some vegetable oil that I have and just kind of put a little splash of oil on her. We'll use this bad boy to kind of measure her out. Read the room. It's not even just about reading the room. It's really just knowing your person. A lot of people, and that's funny that we both said we love a good aesthetic. A lot of people date for aesthetics. So then when they have a person that doesn't actually match who they are besides the aesthetic of things get very crazy. Things get very uneven and unnatural between the two. And just so y'all can see, I'm just taking this vegetable oil that I have and pouring it slightly on the steak just so we can go ahead and make sure the seasonings marry with the oil, but also when we put the steak in our hot pan, we can get that boil action, we can get that sear action, because I think that's like the best part of a good steak, having that sear on it. Ugh, so good. Dirty hand. I can't really do it and pour. Clean hand. See, I like flowers, but I'd rather plants because flowers, yeah, you can prolong them, but flowers are technically already dead unless you're growing a garden. So I don't mind certain flowers. Like I like, what are they called? Oh gosh, I can't think of the name. Like I said, I like plants so much. Like my favorite plants are money trees, bamboo. I think tulips are pretty. I do like a tulip. I think those are lovely. What else do I like? Just massaging the steak. Manhandling the meat real quick. That sounds terrible. Oh, please ignore me. Please ignore me. But tulips are pretty. What other flowers? I like hydrangeas. I think those are really pretty as well. Roses are cute. They're not my favorite. But I'm not gonna lie. If anybody ever came to me with a dozen long stem roses, you got me. You got me. I'm a sucker for the romantic gesture. I am. By read the room, I mean I know who you're dealing with. If a person prefers plants instead of a bouquet, yeah. And again, if you're not the type of person who's gonna ball out on a whole spa treatment, or you're not the type of person that's going to buy someone some red bottoms or a Birkin bag, why are you with a person who wants some red bottoms and a Birkin bag? You know that's what that person wants. Why? And again, I don't like that, because people, that means you're trying to change a person to be something that you want them to fit into. And why be with that person when you could just easily be with the person who likes the same things that you like? Like the whole complaint of when you hear men say, "Oh, I love anime, but I can't, the girl I want, she doesn't watch anime." So why are you with her? Versus when there are women that would love to watch anime with you. I'm a guy who likes sports, but the women that I'm with, they don't like sports. So why are you with her? And I get it. Opposites attract. People do want to be with people who are outside of their realm. But when you're just so opposing each other, which I think a lot of people are in a lot of relationships, it becomes very unworkable. The dynamic is off. And it's always going to be a constant fight between those people. While I'm doing that, let me get my pan, because I can actually set my oven now to broil. Because again, for those tuning in, we are going to broil the steak. Nicely hot and seasoned cast iron. Just a thick steak, so I'm not even going to bother trying to be cute with just sliding her in there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So again, I like my steak around a medium rare to medium. That was hot. So while that's going, let's season up our shrimp. Little Creole season, Tony's. Garlic. But garlic powder. Sorry, that was weird. I phrased that really strangely. And I don't know, stay in theme. We're gonna keep everything's Kinders. I don't know. Kinders, if you ever want to sponsor me and Polly, please remember that. But I don't think people really look into the relationship beyond aesthetic, and that's why things kind of don't go the way they wanted to go. But let's get back to these ways to show love. So the first one is verbal expression. So they say saying I love you, giving compliments. I love a compliment. I'm not gonna lie. I love a good compliment. I think that just kind of shows that you're paying attention to certain things that that person wants you to pay attention to. So I love a good, if you have somebody that's pretty or they are really into making sure that they look good for you, compliment on their looks. You're never supposed to really just try to tear somebody down. No, you're not supposed to validate, or I mean, I hear a lot of people always like, why do you need so much validation? It's not really about the validation. It's if you are someone's partner, would you rather them get that from somebody else, or would you rather give it to them? Sorry, y'all. Um, it says writing heartfelt letters. I think a lot of people would do so well expressing themselves, even if you go back to old school pen and paper, just expressing yourself that way. Letters are beautiful. You get to kind of keep them long still, like you get to keep them for long amounts of time. You really get to kind of just focus on pouring out how you feel about somebody. And if you really trust that person, it's a keepsake for them forever. I would be that type of person to keep a photo album of love letters. I think that's beautiful. And everyone loves to talk about they want to be old school or they're traditional. Go back to writing letters. Show somebody you love. Give them something to hold to remember you by. Spray your perfume or cologne on them. Give them that Leah 4-page letter. I think that's really nice. Encouraging words. So words of affirmation, if we're going to that love language conversation, I think these are really just really important to really just show a person, I know what you need to hear. Because sometimes we just need that reassurance that you know what we need to hear. And it's just communication. Next is physical touch. So anybody, if the fellas end up coming back and commenting, y'all love to say that's your love language. Physical touch is really important, especially on a more intimate type of relationship. As a mother, the first thing the doctors encouraged was skin to skin with me and my baby. Cute stationery, yes, I love a good stationery set. So there is something very psychologically important about skin to skin and touching and feeling on each other, which is why, you know, and I'm guilty of it. When women and men withhold physical touch from their partners or stonewall them in a physical way, it's really disheartening. I love a good pin set. Like Inkjoy. Inkjoy has lovely pin sets. I love them so much. So as far as physical touch, and sorry, I'm washing out a bowl so I can use it for the potatoes. It says hugs and cuddles, holding hands. I don't think people hold hands enough anymore. Again, that's one of those more old schooly type of things. I would love to see more couples just holding each other's hands when they go down in the mall. I mean, I love seeing it. Like teenagers do it, but I want to see more my age and more mid-range age couples holding hands. Oh, thank you, Sin. I'm really nervous, so y'all forgive me. We're gonna kind of tighten this up. I'm just getting used to this. Um, but yeah, I miss people holding hands. I think that's really important. So I forgot to do another step. So I'm gonna keep my potatoes on, with the skin on. Just pop these in here real quick, and we're gonna mash them with a fork. But while I'm mashing the potatoes, I am going to melt some butter and some half and half really quickly, just so I can kind of have a nice little cream base for the potatoes. Got me a pot. So this is where the half and half comes in. And I'm just eyeballing things right now because it's a steak dinner. Is not the healthiest, but it's a good dinner. But I like hand holding. It says massages, gentle touches, and dancing together. I think I want to see more people dancing too. Like, go take a dance class. Learn how to just intimately dance, not sexually, but just be intimate with your movements with people. Thank you, Sin. I'm so happy. Sin, you're like one of just the realest people that I've gotten to meet in YouTube world, and I'm so grateful for it. So we got our butter. Again, we're eyeballing this. I'm gonna use about 1/4 of the stick because again, I don't have that many potatoes right now. The butter is nicely softened. And again, for those who are tuning in, I'm just trying to figure out if I like roasting my potatoes to make mashed potatoes more than just boiling them. So I had the potatoes going in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes or so. It was on like 425 and just letting them kind of rock out while I was getting ready and cleaning up for the stream. So right now, just giving them a mash. Again, I like skin on my potatoes. They smell so good. Roasted potatoes smell so freaking good. And let me go ahead and get this steak and shrimp checked on. Shrimp is looking good. Let's grab the steak real quick and flip it. Just a big bad boy really quick. Hold on. And I'll let y'all see in a second. So I'm just going to broil the other side for a quick second, and then I'll take the steak off and let it rest. Ew, that's hot. That is hot, hot. But yeah, let's go ahead. I love roasted potatoes too, son. I do. Let's go ahead and get down to these because it kind of just broke down the love languages on ChatGPT. So acts of service. Doing something helpful, surprising them with something thoughtful, taking care of them when they're sick or stressed, fixing or making something for them, which is kind of in tandem with the dinner that we're going with, and planning something special. Mind you, I'm going to take that steak out in a couple of moments because it's pretty much done. And I don't like my steak too much overcooked. For those who like well done, I'm cursing y'all right now because I feel like y'all jinxed me to make my steak well done. That's not how I like my steak. But I'm not. No, Sin, you are lovely in every way. I want you to know that. So let me rinse off this plate real quick, y'all, because I'm just going to pop the steak on here to rest. And, you know, it was raw before on the plate. And then while it's resting, I'm going to make our butter sauce to go on top of our green beans. But I am also going to let the steak baste in that after the green beans are cooked in it as well. And that's where I'm going to pop my rosemary to get that rosemary flavor as well. Well, no, because I don't want to broil the rosemary. So yeah, I'm about to take the steak out in a second. All right, my cream and butter is melted. Let's see. Can I show y'all my shrimp real quick? Hi, Nino. Nino, I agree. I'm not a fan of well done steak. Because a lot of people are like, I don't like blood in my steak. It's not necessarily the blood. That's from what I know, the membranes of the actual steak itself. And y'all, I'm about to just pop a little lemon juice. I have the bottled stuff. Again, Polly, don't get on me. But I'm just going to pop a little lemon juice in here. Also to kind of just brighten up the shrimp some. Bloop. It's a little blurred, but y'all get the gist. Nina, I said hey to you the last time we were live and you didn't speak. All right. So our shrimp is about done. Let me go ahead and turn everything else off. Y'all, my butter is melting because I stupidly left it on a hot area. So be better than me. And then let's go ahead and get the steak out. And I'm going to set it out the pan so it can rest. It looks beautiful. Smells amazing. Grab this plate. Grab my tongs. Let y'all see this beautiful steak. There we go. It's fine, Nino. I'm just picking on you. But yeah, so remember steaks, you need to let them rest for at least 10 minutes so they can continue cooking in their own juices. Never throw out the steak juice. That is amazing. I actually usually put it back in the pot or in the pan that I'm cooking it in. I like the flavor profile. So while that's doing what it's doing, y'all, here's my cream and butter. I'm just going to add a little bit at a time and kind of fold it in. And I just like garlic potatoes. So add a little garlic powder in there as well. Now, fresh garlic. Oh, next time, someone please remind me. That's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to get a couple of cloves of garlic and actually roast it with the potatoes because roasted potatoes and roasted garlic mashed potatoes just sounds fire. And we're just going to kind of fold this in as we go. Nino, let me know. Do you like skin in your mashed potatoes or do you like to peel this potato first? And Sin, you didn't tell me either. Skin in your mashed potatoes or no? I also need to get like a little ricer because that also makes the mashed potatoes just so much prettier presentation-wise. And y'all know I told Polly I'm going to work on my presentation. Here we go. Sorry, y'all. 1 second. It's probably because I was broiling it. Sorry. That was my fault. I have a really super sensitive, whatchamacallit, smoke detector. Just so y'all can see these potatoes. Just get a nice little mash on, and I'm gonna add a little more cream and butter. And see, that's why Valentine's Day is great. If you are somebody who's really working on like a fitness thing, use Valentine's Day as your cheat meal. You can afford it. And we're just gonna kind of whip and fold. I should be using a spatula. That's actually what I'm going to do. So let's get a spatula going. These are delicious. I kind of want to add just a little salt just for a little more flavor. You prefer the skin off, Nino? I don't know. My mom, she always had this recipe like she would make during 4th of July. And it was always a roasted red potato with the skins on. And I don't know, I guess just growing up eating it that way, it just always felt right and made sense to me. So here we go. There we go. We're going to fold it, whip it in a little better. Welcome back, Sinsen. And we're just going to pour the rest of our cream and butter in here, y'all. But so far, I think I am a fan of the roasted potato method instead of boiled. It definitely does seem to hold flavor better. And if you are someone who loves creamy potatoes, this is a nice little way to get them nice and going and creamy. Nino, what is your favorite way to show love? And Sin, you get a lot more vitamins in the skin, Nino. Definitely, that's true. But Nino and Sin, I didn't get to ask y'all. And, for anyone who's watching the replay, please make sure to comment. What is your favorite way to show love, even if it's not during this holiday? This is going to be beautiful. Love mashed potatoes. Clean spoon. Always make sure to taste your food, y'all. Perfect. Nice, buttery, nice and garlicky. The salt brought out a nice little flavor. So these are done. So last but not least, let's go ahead and get these green beans going with our butter sauce. Remember, this pan is still hot from the oven. So we're going to go ahead and crank up the heat real quick. Sin, you like being very supportive. I love that because support is very much needed. Especially, this is no shade to men, but men, you all operate more in your ego than anything. So support is such a big deal for you all. And, I have realized in my dating year and dating and everything, when we as women don't show you all the support that y'all are needing, if we don't actually, hype y'all up the way that y'all are needing, it really does do something to y'all internally. You like being affectionate? So, do you like the physical touch aspect? I don't know if you came in when I was expressing physical touch and all that. But definitely, that is one way to do it. And while these green beans are going, I'm going to go ahead and also start plating soon, y'all. We're just going to hit those green beans real quick with a little bit of everything. And then we can kind of just go ahead and start plating and hit our meal, y'all. Put a little butter on here. I'm just going to do something simple. A little garlic powder on my green beans. And some salt. Give these a nice little stir and toss. But let's go ahead and hit these last little. See, Nino, I love the protection. Like, I was commenting on how at another person's live one day, how women don't really get to feel soft anymore. And we might have to do a stream about that as well. But it's something about just men being in that natural protective mode that just, it lets you as a woman just really relax your guard a lot. So, we're going to hit it on both ends. Women, we do need to go ahead and be a little softer with the men so that they can kind of naturally go into their role. But I think when men because men think they have to beat on their chest all the time. No, it's just something about a man holding you, knowing that he's got you, knowing he's got you mentally, physically, emotionally. It's just something, so good about that. And that's why I said, women, we got to do better with supporting our men. I do agree with that. And that's from someone who didn't understand that maybe 5 years ago. And y'all know we're already at that hour mark. We're almost done. I'm just kind of wrapping everything up. Let me turn my oven off too. But the next one is gift giving. Everyone kind of, all the people are clutching their pearls clutching their wallets at that one. Giving meaningful gifts, surprising them with little treats. I love the thoughtful little treat gift giving. Like, ooh, someone who knows I love a good Snickers bar. Next thing I know, I got a Snickers bar on my desk. Ooh, top tier. Love that one. Making something by hand. Sid and I were talking about DIY gifts. We love that. Remembering special dates. Just remembering your anniversary. I know guys kind of hate the teenage girly moments where we want you to remember the first time we held hands, first time you gave me your jacket, first time we kissed. I'm a sucker for those moments. I told y'all that earlier. And then I guess it says subscription gifts. I've heard people say they don't like that because they say it's lazy. I like somebody. If you want to put my flowers on delivery every month, if you know I'm a girl who likes flowers, I think that's a good thing. You know I like it. You don't have to worry about it every month. It's a win. Next, it says small everyday gestures. Checking in on them. I'm very big on communication. We don't have to talk all the time, but if you just want to pop in and say, hey, how you doing? I was thinking about you. Love that. Sending good morning and good night texts. Always sweet. Everyone loves a good morning, handsome, good morning, beautiful text. Why not? The green beans are almost done, y'all. So we're going to pop these in a bowl, and then I'm going to plate everything after I make this little butter sauce. Let's see. Being a good listener. And that goes both ways. A lot of people just want to be heard. I don't think a lot of people are actually communicating with their partner to listen to what they're needing as well. So I think we all need to do better on that. Laughing together. I'm a goofy person. I can't be with someone who's not goofy. I like to laugh. Life is already too serious. I am a big crybaby, so I don't want to be crying all the time. And then respecting boundaries. It was just really big, especially for people who are learning how to make boundaries for themselves. It's really important because, you can't just let people kind of walk all over you and let just anything happen. And, I think in life, it's all a journey. We're all learning how to really love ourselves, love each other. But respecting boundaries also means just self-respecting that person and loving themselves. Hold on, y'all give me just 1 second to go ahead and get these green beans in this bowl real quick. Hold on, y'all. That is my little prince. He is home from spending time with his daddy. So I'm also going to go get him, and I'm getting green beans all over the place. That's not cute. Green beans are delicious, though. Be right back.
Calling the
Never now. So go wash up and get ready. Mommy's almost done with her life. All right, y'all. So just to wrap up this steak really quick, we're gonna get the butter back out real quick.
What are you cooking?
I'm cooking real quick. What you mean what am I cooking? I'm making a steak. So we're gonna do another probably 1/4 or a little bit more.
What do you mean by that?
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
What you mean what I mean? I'm cooking. That is my little one. Nino, if you know how to give wrenches, can you let us know? Because me and Polly weren't sure.
Yeah.
Not you, boy. So let me go ahead and get that rosemary because we're about to just do some Worcestershire, some butter, and some rosemary real quick. I'm going to rinse her off. Ooh, it smells so pretty. I love how rosemary smells. About 2 sprigs of rosemary real quick. Give it a nice little rinse. Toss it in there with our butter. just to get those aromatic flavors out. And then what I am also going to do, this is how you also kind of make a really quick little steak sauce. We're going to take the juices from our steak. You can't really see because I don't want to spill it. But we're going to take those juices and we're going to pour it in there as well with our butter sauce. Beautiful. Give that a stir real quick. Take our Worcestershire real quick. Go take your jacket off. Take your jacket and shoes off. And then I'm also going to take our mushrooms. Now, usually I also forgot to get onions. Forgive me. But usually I would have also sauteed some onions, but it's not that big of a deal. And yeah, so this is how I just do a real quick little steak sauce. When I was younger, I used to love A1, but I've matured. My palate has gotten better. Oh, thank you, Sim. Y'all will definitely see him on this channel. I know a lot of people are like big on not showing their kids. My baby he's born to be a star. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. That little boy is so brilliant and so smart in every way. And yeah, for the most part, we kind of handled our topic really nicely. Kind of wrapped this up in under an hour. So I'm really proud. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Please make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and just also hit the notification bell so you can tune in with us. We're about to plate real quick just so y'all can see it. And again, this was just our little surf and turf little moment. I did a T-bone steak, a mean little T-bone with some sauteed mushrooms. And I also did some potatoes, some roasted mashed potatoes, and some shrimp. So hold on, y'all. I'm going to let y'all see. We got to talk a little bit about this whole season, this little Valentine's Day celebration. Again, I'm definitely not eating all this by myself. So, if you make this for somebody you love, make sure to make it special. Make it from the heart. And let's go ahead and grab some green beans on here. Pop those right here. And this plate is beautiful enough by itself, but the star is our steak. And let's go ahead and add some potatoes in there. Make a little room. Hold on, work with me real quick, people. And I will probably take a picture. Shouldn't it be in your book bag? You took it with took it this morning, remember?
I'm gonna go on my iPad down to 6.
Okay, I'm almost done, and then we'll get ready for bed and school in the morning, or bed and school. All right, y'all. So I will take a picture of this as well for you all. But this is what we're working with. Should have worked on my plating a little better. But we have our beautiful steak, our potatoes, our beautiful shrimp, and some green beans. So I really hope you all enjoyed just this little Valentine's Day meal. Enjoy it with a nice glass of wine. And yeah, I hope you all... Can you be shown?
Yeah.
I guess. Do you want to say hi and happy Valentine's Day to everyone?
Hi, happy Valentine's
Hold
Day.
on, let people see you first.
Hi.
What's your name? Just your first name. Just say your first name.
My name is Caleb, and
Say happy Valentine's Day.
have a Valentine's Day, and
Thanks.
I love you so much.
Make sure to show love to those who love you as well. And yeah, guys,
Hey, you're going.
Okay,
You're going.
bye. Mwah. Go take your jacket and shoes off. Bye. So yeah, guys, thank you again for tuning in with me. I hope you all enjoyed, and just show people you love how much you love them and appreciate them. That's really what all this comes down to. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.